Hey, welcome to Enjoy Life, Enjoy Yourself. I'm Ingo Hampe, and today I would like to talk about how I started my business. Start before you're ready is a phrase you probably have heard before, but how does it feel when you take on a journey and feel that you're not prepared for it and that you never can be fully prepared for that? So this is what happened to me. For me, it started with a little Instagram post. Can't remember what exactly I was saying, but it was kind of in the past I had this limiting belief that my art and my work are two separate things, and that I will never make any money from my art. And now I'm beginning to shift and to appreciate what I do, and that my art will make me a living, or that I can make a living from my art. And that was kind of a reaction to a podcast I've heard then, or what was going around me, what I was witnessing. That also was something that felt very true to me, because in the past I really didn't think of making art as a profession. Taking pictures or making photos could earn a living for me. And I realized, well, I have to change my mindset about this. I have to change my beliefs about what I do, what I'm good at, and about money in order to go on. And at that time, it felt like, well, it's an Instagram post, probably nobody will notice. But then I got a comment from a fellow photographer who said, wow, now you're going full in on your art. That's great. And that scared me at first. I was scared. Now I was on the hook. Now I had somebody who cared about me and who cared about what I do. So actually, he likes my work, and he likes my work enough to wish me all the best. And who I think he's also going through the same struggles as I do regarding his art and his work. And I got the feeling now I'm committed to that. I have to deliver this promise that I gave to nobody especially, but now I had a companion, a commitment partner, which is very important in this process myself. And yeah, so what do I do next? Traditionally, somebody like me who's in the photography field, he would set up some services. Well, I do business portraits, I do artist portraits, create a website, and advertise these services on their website, on their Instagram, tell them in this podcast, well, hey, that's what I'm doing. Please check out, and if you're interested, let me know. I don't think that this will work for me, and I don't think that I have a business model yet. All I know is it starts with an audience. It starts with sharing my work, showing myself, here, this is what I made. This is what I think about this. This is what I think about my art. This is what I think about what I do. And see how that connects to other people. And this is something that I wasn't very good at. I was afraid of the feedback. I was very defensive, and I was too afraid to share my work, to show it to somebody else. I was too afraid of the replies. In the meantime, that was a few months ago, I organized a little, I organized a little exhibition with a friend in a small gallery, and I invited also people that I love and that I know, and from them I got quite good feedback. I also I printed a photo book and I shared that with a community of photography fellows, and I got feedback from them. Well, they're more harsh with their critique, but I think they're also supportive in what they do. Two experiences. First, as I exhibitioned my pictures in the small gallery, I realized that these images have an effect on the room. They change the atmosphere of the room they're in. And that is something I never had thought of. So from this experience, I think about new business opportunities. The other day, I went by a co-working space and I looked a little bit inside, and they also had an exhibition of pictures. And I wondered, well, how can I combine this? Because at the moment, what most companies are struggling with is to get people back into the office. Why should anybody care? And return with purpose. That's a slogan I heard from my CEO in the IT company I'm working in. And I love this phrase. It's if you want your employees come back to the office, there got to be something more than giving them a place where they could do their work. In this tech industry, it's more about, okay, give them a place where they feel connected. And also from that perspective, you have to change the environment. And maybe that's something I can do. I can work with somebody who's into interior design and create some set of images that will change the atmosphere in the room. That's something I would love to do and I would love to explore more about. And that's also an idea of, yeah, what can I do to share my work? Because what I do is I want this work to be meaningful, not for me, but for the audience. I do mainly portrait photography. And in these days, I'm asking myself, who's interested in a portrait photography? Who's interested in a portrait of themselves? Because we have social media and we are overflowing with selfies and images of people. So I don't think that it's a good idea to feed into this overflowing amount of images. Or to stand out in this sea of images. There must be something else, and there must be something that the one who sees the image, but also the one who's on the subject of the image feels different. Which means, which led me to another idea, and this is the idea of Zen portraits and Zen images. So the images that have a purpose in mind, the purpose of calming the mind, of calming the person, or give them the ability to reflect themselves, to focus on what's going on, to see themselves maybe in a different perspective, to envision themselves. So, like, everything is happening at once. There's also all these AI generators like DALL-E and GPT-3 who can create lifelike images from a prompt, and So the process of taking a picture of, if you just focus on the results, you get 10 pictures of a person who's sitting in a chair, for example. It's so easy and doesn't take any photographer at all. It doesn't need me to do these pictures. You can do this by yourself with a phone or with your computer, and it's a free account. You can sign up to OpenAI, and that's all it takes to create very good images. So the role of a photographer, or what all this technology can take away from us photographers, is the whole process that goes behind taking this picture. Well, in ancient times, that's wrong. In the beginning of photography, in the first portraits, the people were fixed, so they cannot move, and it was more like a painting-like portraits. And then came technology, and in the portrait photography nowadays, you can get 1,000 pictures in a second, and just spray and pray to get a good picture. What I'm trying to say here is that taking pictures is not really a purpose, but what the thought process behind a picture. Does this picture really tell a story, and which story what do I like to tell with a picture? That's something that I can provide as a photographer, and that's something that no technology can take away from me. Well, so where does it go? I don't know. I don't know from now. I don't have a business plan, and I don't have a business model for my photography. But at the moment, I feel fine with that. I will take it day by day, and the first thing that I have to do is show myself in order to build an audience. And what will happen next, nobody knows. But I'm open to the opportunities that will arise from this. Thank you for listening. These are just my thoughts, and I hope they are helpful for you too. And if you're experiencing the same or something similar, or want to leave a comment, you can find me on all social media platforms with @IngoHampe, or you go to my website businesszenlife.eu, and you can find a button for the feedback, and tell me what you think, what you experience. Thanks again for listening, and till the next time, bye.